to the channel and to another video. We've got some lovely weather, we've got the Jaguar, and there's an issue that the car's had ever since I got the car, and it's not a big deal, but it does flash up a light every time you turn the car on, so that's enough to say we'll probably look into it. I'll show you what I mean. So when I turn the car on, I'll show you what the screen's saying. See that? SOS limited function. So the first thing I tried when I saw that was the SOS button. You see here? It has a button and it's lit up. Every car I've ever had, if you press that button, nothing happens. And this car, something happens. And I found that out and I had a bit of a panic. So, in the car it has a little slot in the little cupboard hole down here for a SIM card. So I thought it didn't have a SIM card in it and my phone wasn't in the car, so nothing's going to happen if I press that button. That was what I thought. So I pressed the button, seeing as we had the SOS limited functionality warning. So let's see what SOS is limited. Turns out, if you press that button, it rang the emergency services, and I went, "Oh, sorry about that." Really shocked. Wasn't expecting it. Oh, so like a sheep in the headlights. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. And yeah. So then after I was looking around the car, thinking, how did the car ring someone? You know. I mean, there's no phone, there's no SIM card. How's it doing it? But it did it. And then as soon as I was thinking that, it rang someone else. I was like, no, it's ringing now. And it was some Jaguar recovery service. So it turned out that the car had a subscription that you pay extra for, and it still had some left from the previous owner. And part of that was that it would come and collect you if you'd had an accident or whatever it is, broken down or whatever. So yeah, I had to say that. Sorry guys, yeah, didn't mean to press that button, and that was the end of that. But that just made me think, well, there can't be anything wrong with the SOS function, can there? Because it's working fine. So the next step was to get a SIM card. So I got a SIM card, put the app on my phone, and this car has had the extra service that you pay extra for, and it meant that I could press from an app on my phone. I could lock the car, unlock the car. It gave me notifications if I ever left the car open. It tracks all the journeys, and you could also start the car remotely from your phone and stop it. So it was pretty cool. So yeah, for then I just thought, nah, let's not worry about this thing on the dash that keeps saying SOS limited functionality. Until it stopped working, the app stopped working. I couldn't communicate anymore, so I thought, well, there must be something else wrong with this. And if you look it up, people just say it probably just doesn't have reception. But obviously it did have reception, so yeah, just left it. But digging a little deeper, some people with a Jag XF have said that there's a battery in a telematics unit, which is behind the seats, that runs out after about 5 or 6 years. So that kind of made sense for right about when I'm getting this light. So been to the dealership, got a battery, let's change it. Also, I got some new tyres. I wanted Michelin, but they're very expensive. And also I wanted bigger tyres. You see this? 305 30 20. It had 295, and you can see they look pretty beefy. It turns out then the SVR model has wider tyres on it, and they're still the same size wheels. So the trouble is I've already done the front ones now, and if you look, the tyre just looks like it's stretching sort of into the rim. So yeah, I wish I got the wider tyre. The drawback so far was there is slightly more road noise with the wider tyre, but you know, traction's going to be better, isn't it? And that's the main thing here. Being rear wheel drive and not much weight over the rear wheels, we need more traction. So I got this battery. Let's pull the car apart and fit it and see, hopefully it'll fix this problem. We have the unit lead has a little screw in there. I'm going to pop this cover off. hey presto, that little thing comes off. It's got a battery inside, so let's replace it with our new one. There's a plug, that's the cover, that's, boom, the battery's out. Let's go replace it. So we have my old one and the new one. I got from the dealership yesterday. They had one in stock, so they must be a common thing to replace. Looking at them, yeah, I'm going to say, seeing as that's 16 there, I'm going to guess that's the year it was made. This one says 22, so they've obviously had it in stock for a little while. And yeah, they look identical. From the dealership, £15. So I got the part number there. Here we are. So if you want to order one, we don't know if it's going to fix it yet, but let's hope so. So I'm just going to plug this in, put it back together, and then I'll reconvene. So once you've replaced that battery, there's one last step to this. If you miss it, it won't work. And you don't need any dealer software, but you have to reset the unit. And to do that, don't ask me how I know this, but I do. Follow my steps here very closely, because you don't want it ringing the service centre. So, you see, we have two. One SOS, one has a spanner. Open this one and hold down the button until the flashing flashes slower. See, it's flashing. Now it's flashing slower. That means it's now reset. And happy to report, the error's gone. So good news, it's all fixed. So there we are. What we've learnt here is, I think the car has that unit I showed you where we changed the battery. The car has a telematics unit, that's what they're calling it, and it has its own separate battery, so if there is an accident with the car, it can still ring the emergency services, and for that it likely has another SIM card of its own in there, because like I said, without the SIM card in it, without your phone in it, the car can still ring people. So yeah, what we found there is that the car can ring the emergency services and the Jaguar services to come and find you if you do have anything serious happen. So there we are. Tune in for another video, and we'll continue on the F-type journey. I think people are quite liking the videos at this point. We're getting some interesting comments on people saying, oh, mine's fine, mine's had no problems. Other people saying, oh, it's riddled. And essentially, you know, why would you have a Jag over a Porsche? The Porsche is probably not going to break. And how boring is that?